Hi, this is Justin from the supports team. Today I wanted to show you a trick of how you can make custom fields talk to each other so that you don't have to remember anything when typing out custom fields. In this scenario, I have a custom field called ID, which is set for Eddie customer, and it's R9030F. And then I know that in my sales order, I need this ID, so I create it over here. In sales orders, I have a custom field as well. It's called customer ID, and sometimes I just type out what I can remember. So let's say I create an order for Eddie, and then I have this customer ID field, and I try to remember it. I think it was R9030F, and I just hit save. So this is what I usually do. You can imagine that this can be prone to human error if this data gets any longer or if there are more customers for me to remember. There's actually a smarter way for me to do this, and then it wouldn't matter how long this data is, and it will just auto-populate. I'll show you how. The only trick you need to do is to manage your custom field to have exactly the same name as the other custom field in customers. So in sales orders, I have a custom field called customer ID here. And if you remember correctly, in my customers custom field, it's called just ID. So they're not the same name. What I have to do is make them the same name. So let's say this is customer ID as well. And just to prove that I have no superpower, I will just type in some random characters here. And there's no way I can remember that, right? What I do is I create a sales order for Eddie, which now has the same custom field name in sales orders and the same custom field name in customers. Now they will sync. If I create a sales order for Eddie, you'll see that the customer ID right now, that auto-populated. I didn't type anything. So this is all you need to do. Make them the same name, and you won't be having any errors. I'll show you the same thing. The same thing applies to vendors and purchase orders. So what custom field name you set in vendors, if it has the same name in purchase orders, then they will sync. So for here, I have a vendor called Daiso, and their ID is, they have a custom field called ID. And in purchase orders, I have a custom field, and it's called vendor ID. So they're not the same again. So to mix this up, I'm going to call this VID. I'm going to rename that, and I'm going to go into vendors, and then I'll rename this as well as VID. Okay, now they're the same name. I can just type in anything. It can be no matter how long it is. I don't have to care because I don't have to remember it. I save this. I create a purchase order for Daiso, and because it has the same name as VID, this whole data populated. That's it. Hope you make this useful for yourself. Thank you.